Talvin, just overall thoughts of the game. Obviously, the second half, being able to pull away and get into a rhythm offensively, and just clamping down on defense seemed to be the highlight of the night.
Yeah, I thought our defense was good both halves. I just thought we couldn't buy a basket in the first half, and I expected that with rust. Guys not their first time out. Some of them wanted to show they can score and do things. And one thing we didn't do in the first half, we didn't get the ball to Bacho. He was 2 for 2, and we had to make a concerted effort in the second half to get him the ball. And when we did, the defense softened up, which allowed us to hit shots on the outside, on the perimeter, instead of swinging it around. Hit them shots were coming from inside out. So we were excited about that. And then I thought we finally matched their intensity in the second half. We actually played better defense in the second half than the first, holding them to 24 in the second half. And then when you're hitting shots and you're playing better defense, that's the recipe for winning games.
I think the three high major guys combined for 40 tonight. I know obviously at their previous stops, kind of in and out of the lineup, seems like their first real action in a while. So, didn't seem to have a ton of rust offensively. What'd you think?
Man, I hope they are like that all year. I mean, that's what we recruited them for. I mean, they're really talented guys, and I think there's still a little rust in there. I don't even think you've seen the best of all of them. I think Amari Abrams is better than 4 for 13. I can promise you that. But his first time out and first time really getting some heavy minutes in 2 years since he was at Ole Miss. At Georgia Tech, he didn't play as many minutes. And Will Jeff, I told people he could shoot the ball when he got it, and I'm telling you, he can really shoot the ball. He wasn't allowed to at his last stop, but that's okay. He has a new leash on life here, and we're happy we have him. He's a ball of energy. He can defend. He's on the glass too, rebounding. And then Caden Cooper I've been waiting for this Caden Cooper since July 7th. He's athletic. He affects the game on both ends. And when he gets it going, it seems like everything works for him. So excited about those guys, and still super excited about the guys we had coming back. Sean Newman, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, and 7 rebounds. For your point guard, any day of the week, you'll take that any day of the week. And then Daniel Bacho was Daniel Bacho.
Once you started getting deeper into the first half, the defense began to anchor down, and like I said, one hitting shots, but then it started, some playmakers started to make some points and produce. What did you like from the way they were able to adjust and kind of settle?
Well, the thing is, first of all, I got to give credit to LSUA, but that was game 4 for them. So they kind of shook some rust off before and kind of seeing what they had. They're going to be a power in NAI. They deserve their top 25 ranking. That coach does an unbelievable job. And so that was the first thing. I think the shock for our guys, okay, we're playing somebody that's playing really hard. We had to shake that off. And once we shook that off and we started communicating that the ball needed to go inside first to Bacho, and it'll soften the defense up because we couldn't hit anything. Devin Reese saved us in the first half and kind of kept the game close till we could kind of get our mojo. And we've always known he could shoot the ball. But I was just excited that they were able to take instruction and be able to execute on that end of the floor. Like in our first game out, 17 assists and 11 turnovers. That was really the story on the offensive end. That when we weren't playing good offensively, we still took care of the ball and got shots on goal, and it worked. And I told them my message to the team at the end of the game was, a defense will carry us. If you buy into it, defense will carry us. When we're not playing good offensively, defense will carry us.
I feel like when Devin came in, that kind of flipped the script in the first half for you guys. I know he's kind of a spark plug shooting the ball. Just how big is he going to be this season for you guys?
If he can do that, he'd be huge. But we that's what Devin does. He can stretch the floor. I want him to rebound a little more because he has that length, and he got some pretty time ones, good ones. His IQ is really, really good. But I challenge Devin a lot because I think it's a lot in him. I think he has a lot in him. If you can add him to the other guys. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures tonight. I think we can be a really good offensive team after we kind of find out who we are offensively.
You talked about, with Sean, not a lot of points when people look at it, but you look at the other stats and the way he was able to impact this game throughout. How did you feel about his selflessness to, kind of control this game throughout?
I think he's one of the best point guards in the country. When you have 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 block shots, unbelievable. And you're a plus 16. He just anchors us. Sometimes people look at other sports and they say, well, the receiver's really good or the running back's really good, but at the end of the day, somebody has to organize it all, and that's what he does for us. He keeps us calm. He keeps us low turnovers. He's our leader. He's the one we look to get us organized. When we say we want to get the ball to Bacho, he's out there telling everybody what the game plan is. He's almost the coach on the floor. He could probably run the whole game plan by himself. So excited about him. But, you're talking about a guy that was 156 pounds last year getting 7 boards in a game. That's impressive for a guy.
Just real quick, Jordan Crawford, what his status is going forward?
Yeah, Jordan Crawford will be with us. It'll be a few more games. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, bro.